to Trending Topics with myself, Isaac Glidewell, and Bethany Jopling. Bethany, how are you doing today?
I'm doing better. How are you doing today?
I am doing fabulous.
Well, that's good.
So, what is our topic for today, Bethany?
Alright, so today we are doing another double show because next week we are going to taking a comm trip to New York, so we're not going to be here.
Yes.
So we're doing it a little different this week. Instead of both of us taking a lead on one show and the other takes a lead on the other, we are going to be doing debates.
I love debates.
Healthy debates, because we got told so.
Oh boy. Yes, I love debating. I love hearing sides and discussing my own. I love trying to take and turn people to my side.
Persuading others that I'm right.
Yes.
Yes.
I love persuasion.
Now these are healthy debates because we are a college-based radio program.
We are a Catholic
Catholic college.
based program.
Emphasis on Catholic.
Boom!
Okay, so for first show, our topic is going to be on a debate about social media. Perfect, since we're a comm student.
YouTube! You're hearing it second. Not first. You don't hear it first, listen live.
You're technically not wrong. Okay.
I know I'm not wrong.
So
Thank you.
the debate starts already.
Okay.
Okay, so social media. Pros and cons.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons.
Well, let's start with, do you believe it is more helpful than it is hurtful?
I did. I think it depends. That wasn't even English.
I heard that.
That's how I feel. Hard for that. I
Just do a whole show with that?
Yeah.
No.
I think it depends on the age group and the usage of it. Like,
Yeah.
if you're like a middle schooler, high schooler, or freshman in high school rather, you're just using it just to use it, then there's like a greater possibility of it being hurtful to you than helpful.
There's a greater use to everything, I feel, but like with that, I feel like there's just as many things good with it as bad with it.
I agree.
I feel like everything social media wise can be used against you.
Yes, because it never actually goes away.
Well, not only that though, people, it's open to the public, it's out there. And if you
Yeah.
have one, then
You're out there.
exactly. And there's people that can get on it and just ruin you.
Alright, so the first bullet point I have on my little laptop over here is that social media spreads information fast.
Yeah, and that can be both good and bad. Covering the good, say if you're in traffic and something happens, it's the quickest way for people to
Yeah.
be alerted about what goes on, news and such, but then again, we've discussed this before, how true is it when it's right away?
Exactly. Because if it happens, like if you go on Facebook, for example, and you see an article and says, oh, just happened 1 minute ago, so-and-so happened. You don't have
So-and-so got arrested for doing something, and apparently maybe it was a different charge or it was even a different person.
Exactly. And then a couple hours later, or even the next day, a second report comes out saying, well, this actually happened, not...
Hey guys,
Not
sorry,
originally.
we screwed up. But yeah, like that is a good point.
But it does get, like, say, for us, like, for example, like when we're walking around campus and stuff, we don't always have access to a TV right away.
Exactly. And also, like, going off of how quickly stuff spreads, fake stuff spreads quickly, too.
Agreed. I just, actually, when I was on Facebook before, I just saw an article about this girl. I don't remember which state it was exactly, but this girl and her boyfriend were arguing. And it was one of those stupid arguments where, you know, like the girlfriend just, like, shoves the guy or something. And they were standing outside of his car. So somebody took a picture of it and sent it into the news, the local news, and the news put it out as attempted kidnapping, and they were trying to look for the boyfriend. So the girl, like, saw the post, and she actually reposted it and was like, guys, this is my boyfriend. We just got into an argument. He's not trying to kidnap me.
Ooh.
So there's a perfect prime example.
That is, that's pretty interesting.
I just want to know who took the picture. Like, if you see people fighting outside a car, you don't take a picture. Sure, you watch from the window, but you don't take a picture.
You watch from the window.
That's what I do.
Grab your binoculars. But,
He just made binoculars with his fingers and pointed out.
don't worry, YouTube
You'll
will
see
see
it.
it.
You'll see it.
Look it up on YouTube, friends. Yeah, and like, I've seen some pretty weird stuff that's been debunked that's been put on Facebook, but has been debunked later, and stuff like that. But the thing is, that stuff can cause a panic if it's the wrong thing.
Exactly.
And if it's incorrect, and it gets spread around there. So like, it can be useful, but the thing is, useful to the wrong people.
I feel like, ooh, that's a good one. But I also feel like it does help people get caught faster, if that makes sense. Because, you know, these morons go on Facebook and post every second of their lives.
Going against that, there was a man that had a warrant out for his arrest and was taunting the local police about his whereabouts.
There you go.
If you look this up, I believe it's true. There was this one guy that was like taunting their local police department, and they were like, "Oh, why don't you just come down? We can talk it over." And the guy was sitting there and just trolling the absolute crap out of them.
I was like, "You think you're so slick, but you can't catch me."
Yeah.
I saw that.
But
you know, there are those people who post like feel the need to post every minute of their lives on Facebook, so they're probably like, "Oh, going to do some crime here tomorrow," and then people report it.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different scenario. But like, I feel like you're only convicted afterwards. So like,
yeah,
you're sitting there. You can get tried for like attempt and stuff, but like, what it really comes down to is whether or not you actually do it.
True, but still, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could get caught, stopped before it starts.
Yeah, no, I understand completely. But like, I'm just saying, I'm just bringing in that point.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Like, once it's done,
once it's done,
can't be reversed.
I mean, it's easier to find the guy possibly if there are some good Samaritans out there, but beforehand, it could be a maybe yes, maybe no.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to hit our first commercial break, and we will be back discussing more about good and bad of social media. Thank you all for listening. We will be back shortly. And we are back.
Back in debating social media.
Whether it's good or bad, hurtful or helpful, useful or useless.
Cool. Hopefully by the end of the show we'll have a set idea, like a result for us if we think overall it's good or bad. Wait, so next we were just talking about the pros and cons of it spreading information. So let's talk about how reliable it could be. Like we started to mention the last segment, it's not always reliable because you don't know all the information. Like we talked about this in journalism this year, Tony's class last year.
There are always going to be holes in information though, because you're never there. But like the thing is, because everyone's like get it out first, it's going to be possibly wrong, possibly right. So it's like you have to take everything with a grain of salt.
Or you just don't have the information exactly correct. And then again too, that's a classic case with
or you're not going to have much information at all.
Excuse me, that's a classic case with media and journalism and stuff. Like, you don't know, it's always elaborating, the story's always going to get bigger and more information to it.
Yeah. And like, you have to appreciate their like stick-to-itiveness. We gotta get it out first.
Yeah.
Go, go, go. But then...
You heard it here first, folks.
And then you're gonna get like, oh, I'm sorry, everyone. We were wrong. And then, you know... everything that goes along with being wrong.
Yeah.
You know, oh, they're just saying it because they want your attention. And you know, sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's because they're actually trying.
But then again, you have those cases where it's just nothing about it is true.
Exactly.
At all.
Exactly. Fake information. Fake news. False stuff.
It is a real thing, fake news.
Yeah.
Not just a political stunt thing.
Yeah. We're not here to talk about
We're
politics.
not.
We're here to talk about social media. Yeah. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about it with the concept of keeping in contact?
I think it's a good thing for the most part. It depends on who you're keeping in contact with.
I feel like the whole keeping in contact is mainly Facebook.
Yeah. That and maybe
Snapchat?
Well, Snapchat definitely.
Yeah.
Snapchat has become, I feel like, if you're not going to get someone's phone number, that becomes
Yeah.
the secondary phone number.
I know for
That is the new phone number for people who want someone's phone
the
number.
new phone number for millennials.
It is.
It is.
I'm not even joking with this. I mean,
No, I'm gonna
it's
admit to
easier.
it.
I'm gonna walk up to someone if I'm
Just-
talking to this girl and I'll be like, hey.
Add me on Snap.
Yeah, it's easier because oh yeah, it's only social media, you
Yeah.
know, and you get to see pictures and stuff. It's not like, oh yeah, I have your phone number, I can call you. It's more like, oh yeah, I can text this person or I can snap them, which is send them a picture.
Or you don't even snap each other, you just occasionally view each other's stories.
I feel like that what? No. Well, yeah.
I have a lot of people on Snapchat. We just add each other, and then we never have a
and then don't talk.
conversation. We just view each other's stories.
I feel like a lot of people from my hometown are like that. Because I have a lot of my friends from hometown, and they're just like, oh yeah, I read your story. And I only make like one story every like 4 months. I'm not even joking with that number. I am not a big fan of the Snapchat story stuff. Just because, I don't know, it's weird for me. Because it's like, oh yeah, look at how many people saw it. And I was like,
But what's good,
okay.
what's not good, but weird about Snapchat too is you get notifications when they screenshot.
that is it. I think that is actually a good thing.
We do.
Because if someone screenshots something and you didn't want them to, or, you know, I
But
mean,
then
first of all,
again-
it was already out there, but second of all, the whole thing of you can twist people's words and twist what they say.
Exactly.
That's happened. That's happened before, and like I don't really want to get into this subject personally, just because of some issues that I've had with that.
Understand.
But going off of that, like people can look into like it's easier to know who's doing what with your photos then, or who has them.
Or even like your chats and stuff.
Yeah,
Because
who has your chats.
sometimes on Snapchat you don't save the chats, and then they screenshot it, just one out of like, because none of the rest are there because they're not saved. And then what? You just have a text out of context that can be used 8 different ways.
Exactly. So that's kind of the difficult
That's a
part about it.
downfall.
But like, I feel like honestly, if they were to redo it, I feel like the whole conversation should be saved. If you're gonna do
Yeah.
that, like you know how they timestamp? They still timestamp it on Snapchat. So if you're gonna save one thing, you should just save the entire conversation
Exactly.
because that's just what. So that way, it's not taken as out of context as before. You know, you should have like a. If you're gonna worried about, oh, what about 1 or 2 lines? You highlight it. You have a highlighting tool. You highlight it. It's not about, you know, that one thing because that's not a good thing to talk about. But yeah, like I feel like it's mostly a good way to keep up with friends. It's also a good way to keep up with enemies.
And family.
If that makes sense. No, because like that's like the downside of it. I'd like to say.
Keeping up with family?
No, Mom, no, no. I'm saying like keeping up with people that you don't like. I said
Yeah.
enemies. I meant more like bullies and stuff like that. That's kind of a big cyberbullying thing.
That's a whole issue of its own.
Exactly, and it's something that will take a long time to unravel. So
Have you seen the movie Mean Girls?
no,
What?
don't look at me that way, cameraman.
We're all looking at you that way. You've never seen Mean Girls.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk to Adam for this for a second. Adam, Mean Girls.
Adam, our cameraman, come on down, Adam.
Okay. So you see Mean Girls. You know the concept with the burn book?
Yeah.
Were you at Coffin when that happened?
Oh, is that where they
Okay.
like write
So
down stuff
Adam-
about other
I-
people and then burn
For
it?
those of you who don't know,
No.
Oh.
Adam and I went to the same high school. So when we were there, there was an app called Burn Book, which is based off of the movie Mean Girls, and people wrote like these nasty things about each other and things that they wanted to do. Like, it was bad. We all got called down into the auditorium the one day because people started getting upset and trying to hurt themselves because of the comments.
Oh boy.
It was rough.
That doesn't sound very healthy.
It wasn't. It was rough. So you need to watch me.
After hearing about that, I think I'm good.
It was actually funny in the movie, just coughing and everything. With that being said, we are going to go to our second set of commercial break of this other 2-hour show.
Thank you all for listening, and you'll hear back from us soon. All right, and we are back, still discussing social media. All right, and what were we talking about there about 2 minutes ago? Because I forget.
Cyberbullying, basically.
Cyber, yes. Whether or not it's good to keep up with and message and stuff like that. And like I said, what I was talking about before, cyberbullying is not a good thing because like once that gets out there, I think they're even like taking legal action towards it against it, and stuff like that.
Because if you harass somebody over.
Well, yeah, it's harassment. First of all, it's harassment, whether it's electronic or physical or
If you like something over, basically, if you cyberbully now, there's a thing where if
you can
that
get charged.
person does wind up like hurting or killing themselves, you get charged. I think it's 10 grand. You get charged like with a $10,000 fine for not assistance. You know what I mean? It's just like
no, it's from bullying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's definitely not a
You go to
good thing. You do go to jail. You can go to jail. Depends on the situation.
I saw something. This girl was like encouraging, not to get like dark or anything, but this girl was like encouraging her boyfriend at the time to.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Kill. Like she got.
And he like and I think
he didn't really want to. But
he like attempted. I think.
He did. He did it, and she got arrested because they found a text on his phone.
Yeah, and like stupid people. Stupid people. I don't like that.
And it doesn't have an age limit, you know? Like, I feel like it's more, I'm not going to say more common, but like, more recognized with like I said, like middle schoolers.
I feel like it's, I feel like it's more common nowadays than it honestly should ever be.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I used it to keep up with friends.
Yeah.
I don't really friend a lot of people that I don't really talk to. I mean, I have a lot of Facebook friends, if you look, but I talk to a very small amount of them.
Well, so do I.
So it's like, I only keep up with this much out of here. And those who are listening, if you look at the YouTube, you'll see the size difference. It's about a 5% versus 95%. And like I said, I only talk to like 5 to 8 to 10% of everyone that I'm friends with. And like that's maximum, and that's not even keeping up like consecutive.
I feel like honestly I keep up with most of my friends with like Snapchat because I watch the stories.
Yeah.
So like people I went to high school with, like, oh, you're doing that at college. Oh,
That's a fun time.
You're doing that. You're like, doing whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. Snapchat, like I said, I don't look at a lot of Snapchat stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of Snapchat stuff. I do it to text mostly and stuff because like that's like how we said it's one of the easier communications these days is to get someone
Especially
Snapchat.
for our generation.
Especially for our generation, it's become the new like phone number.
Exactly.
And like doing that because like there's no way that you can like a post, and plus it's going on like 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
there's
like
time limits on Snapchat.
So like it's not like you're getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Or it's not like you're just putting it out there for people to just, heart, like button, subscribe.
You literally just look at it with no
Speaking
purpose to it.
of subscribing, you should subscribe to Cougar Radio on YouTube. Do it now.
And talking about social media, like on social media.
And Yeah, like us on social media. You know, for fun.
Keep up with all of our
Just gonna
shows.
just do it.
Yeah, do it. Peer pressure. It's another thing.
Yeah, especially over social media. The peer pressure is real. Yeah. But anyways. Yeah, but like I also find social media to be a decent place to find or to keep up with even brands, I guess you can say. Like I know a lot of people keep up with shoe brands, which is honestly, I just need a pair that I can walk in and are comfortable. But a lot of people like them for their styles and stuff. I know a few guys, and I like to keep up with car stuff and motorcycle stuff. So I look up stuff. I can go on YouTube and I can look up videos on how to tear apart something. And it's going to be like 8 different videos, so I'm bound to find one of them that I can understand. I mean, you never know. Or like I'm trying to learn about a new subject on bikes. I was trying to look up stuff for trail riding and
So
stuff.
this goes back into what we were talking about, it being useful.
Yeah, being useful. But like you can also keep up with the brands and stuff. Like they can hear your opinions and comments and stuff.
Yeah.
You can actually look on certain brands and stuff, and it's like comment here, and you leave a comment, and sometimes they'll even reply to you, which is neat because it's cool. I like it. It's neat. I like that point of it because it's just like, well, what are you gonna do next? And then you can suggest something, and they might respond to it.
I feel like what you're trying to say is like the interaction between name brands and
and like interaction is a huge deal when it comes to the market.
Yeah.
Like you might not think about it, but like, how do people come up with the ideas that they come up with? They talk with people, they do research and stuff. Consumer feedback, yes. And then like social media could be a huge thing for producers, because when they make a product and stuff, somebody says, "Oh, I don't like it because say you make something red. No, I don't like it because it's red. It should be blue." Well, maybe they can offer it in blue the next year.
Even like online shopping and stuff.
Oh yeah,
they
definitely.
Leave reviews on the Facebook pages.
Reviews and
post pictures like, this is not what I ordered. This.
Or even sponsors.
Yeah.
You can have sponsorship. You can look up sponsorships and stuff, and you can get a certain amount off by ordering online from being someone else's or watching someone else's channel or using a code or something like that, a promo code or whatever.
Promo codes.
I do too. And
especially
like
those free shipping ones.
Hey, free shipping. Shipping is where it's going to kill you. Free shipping is
$6.99
the best.
shipping and handling.
Nobody needs $69.95. Nobody needs $6.99 to ship something. At least my opinion. Unless it's like across states. If it's within the state, why do you need $7 to ship something?
Once, and it was like $5 shipping, and then an extra $2 for shipping insurance.
That's poop.
I almost cried. I was like, you know what? Cancel the whole order.
I do that too. Don't worry about it. But like I said, it's good for interaction and stuff. Like if you're interacting with brands, or for people who are like YouTube stars, we can now keep up with what other people have to say.
Yeah.
And we can keep up with
criticism.
Exactly. Boom. Yeah. Don't just yell at us. We won't respond to that. Constructive criticism.
Well, keep your constructive criticism in mind while we go to this next commercial break.
Thank you all for listening. We will be back shortly. And we are back. Welcome back to Trending Topics, where we are discussing social media. Alrighty, and we were talking about the same thing we were talking about before we hit the last break. And how hurtful it can be. But yeah.
One thing I do
or
have
interactive.
to say, with the social media, and like for the younger kids and even people our age, like there is a huge desire for people to get likes, you know.
And like, okay, I'm going to jump on that for a second. I understand the confidence boost of getting likes. Oh my gosh, I got a like. I feel so proud of myself because I know that person. Or that's someone I don't know. That's even better. But like, what about the confidence in real life? does it actually carry over, or does it just carry over online?
That's where I think it becomes a problem, because people become so dependent on having to get an X amount of likes
I've heard
for
of
them
people.
to be happy.
Have you ever heard of hiding behind a keyboard?
Yeah.
So, like, what about that? Like, it's like one of those things where, like, people talk a lot and they say things they probably shouldn't say, and then when someone actually sees them in real life, they just kind of, I'm gonna wimp out to, like, for Leighton's terms. And, like, there's no confidence in these people, but, like, once they get online, it's like they are confident to the extreme. And, like, where I'm getting is, if anyone knows the singer Brad Paisley, he did a song called Online, where he was singing about I'm so much cooler online, and it was like, because he was like, in short terms, it was kind of like a catfish kind of thing. He looked completely different because he used a different guy's picture. All his statistics and stuff were different, and everything else like that. And he was like a ladies' man online, but in real life, he was living in his mom's basement and doing stuff like that.
I don't know. I just feel like it becomes a problem once it's a dependency. If that makes sense.
Is there such? Yeah, there's a definite dependency that I can see here.
Because I know, like, not to throw my sister under the bus, but whenever she posts the selfie on Instagram or something, if she like freaks out, she's like, "Oh my God, Bethany, I only got 150 likes in an hour." Like
150 likes?
Only.
I'm like scraping the barrel at like 30 maximum in 24 hours. Holy cow! I would cry if I got 150 likes the next day. Are you kidding me?
Can I actually say something?
Yeah.
For all the viewers at home, I have one person that will actually go post something on Instagram and then go to Snapchat, post a story that says, "Go like my picture on Instagram."
Yeah, people do that a lot.
In case you didn't hear Adam, he said he has a friend who...
Find your likes are.
He has a friend who will post something on Instagram and then later go on Snapchat and be like, "Hey guys, go look at my Instagram, go like it." That's when I think it becomes like a...
That's when it becomes like
chill out.
like a hungry, like feeding.
Like a desperate, not desperate, but...
It is desperate.
It is desperate. I didn't want to use that word,
It becomes an angry, desperate wasteland of likes and retweets.
Yeah, basically.
But, yeah, like...
I don't know, it's just, it's, what even is a like? It's...
A like is like...
Exactly.
I feel like it's something that someone is either related to or like just proof that they saw it. It can be a lot of things. It's just like, it's just a little check mark. Like if you like it, like you're like, oh, that's okay, and then you can like it. There's also like now, like in Facebook, there's like the angry emoji and all these different emojis and stuff to give more emotion to it. So it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like expressing an emotion, I guess.
Hey, I didn't like that post.
But
I
I
love
believe
that post.
they're supposed to be like, I guess it's more opinionated now, but I feel like it was originally supposed to be like expressing a good emotion towards something, which honestly we all need people to, compliment and stuff. Some people don't take compliments well, and that's all fine and dandy, but like
confidence booster and stuff.
Exactly.
Not deny that,
exactly. But like, where does it end? Where's the end point?
Where's the boundary?
Yeah. Where do you draw the line in the sand? Where is that?
That's what I feel. I feel like social media, that line is far gone.
So you're saying that a wake of likes came up and wiped out the sand line?
The like wave came and wiped it all away. It's all gone.
But like, yeah, it's a fun time. It's a fun time here in the studio. If you want to see what we're actually doing, you might want to look at YouTube. It's a good time, and those of you watching on YouTube, hi Mom, I know that it's you. Thank you.
I mean, she won't be seeing this for like a day or two.
Might be after this weekend, actually. I'm not sure. But like, it's a fun time here, in the studio. But anyways, back to the discussion.
Yeah, I feel like it's just becoming a problem with younger generations.
It's becoming
a problem.
It's becoming an addiction where the addiction is the necessity. Like a lot of,
how you put that.
Like a lot of addictions and stuff are like with drugs, and people take drugs to feel good and stuff. But like
With
a lot
that,
well,
I read an article about like the psychological
Dependence.
effects of getting a like. When you get a like,
it
you're
releases
like
dopamine.
Yes, you have.
It's like cheese
once
or
you see that, you
cocaine.
get you can't say cocaine.
What?
In
Talk
contact.
about drugs. I'm not talking about. Well, I don't know what I was saying.
Dopamine. Getting a like releases dopamine.
Okay, yeah, I read an article saying that when you get a notification and a like and stuff, it releases the same chemicals in your brain as if you win like a jackpot or something in the.
I would be a
casino.
lot happier if I won a jackpot than getting a like on Facebook.
For some people, if you get like an X amount of likes, it's the same as winning the jackpot. At
Well,
the
like,
casino.
honestly, I feel like a lot of likes can lead to a lot of opportunities because I follow a lot of people on Instagram. And all those people that have like a certain X amount of followers are starting to get sponsorships, and then they get paid to
And then they post nothing but ads and
post ads and stuff.
Follow them.
Well, like, not even that.
That's
It's
what I
like,
do.
I have like, I follow car stuff. So like they say, oh hey, got this brand new suspension from these guys. You should check them out. Use my code to get how much % off. And like, I can understand, yeah, free stuff, you know? And I can understand like the whole thing about that, but like, it's an open door thing. It's becoming more of a business as well. But like going back to like a necessity being both a necessity and an addiction. Nowadays, phones, you see phones? Phones are becoming kind of a necessity in today's world. And like not even the flip phones. It's like, look, well, what is this? And then somebody's like, well, look it up. You have a phone.
And we'll get more on this after the break.
And we are back. Welcome back to Trending Topics, where we are talking about the good and bad of social media. And we were talking about interactions and business opportunities.
Yeah, that's what we were starting to do.
And we were talking about addictions.
Like cheese and cocaine.
Like cheese and cocaine. Peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, so advertising.
That's material that's going to make it into the headline, I bet.
Adam just shakes his head at us in the morning.
He says no, I say we.
Okay, so anyway, advertising.
Yeah, and like honestly, I thought it would be amazing, like if I actually got eventually sponsored by something. Like, hey guys, guess what I just picked up? I picked up this brand new car part that I could never think of affording.
Yeah.
And like that is like a huge thing for certain people, and like, but like, also it gets annoying sometimes. If they overdo it, if they do it correctly, you should be fine. You know, I'm not gonna say whether or not what is overdoing because that also depends on the situation and what they want you to do, etc., etc.
Let's see. Like on Instagram, I'm a girl, so I follow the Kardashians, and like every other day they post an ad, which I understand because they're kind of talentless
Money.
and that's how they get their money.
Money.
But it's like after a while you get tired of just seeing nothing but ads and you want to unfollow them.
That's true. And like,
But social media is a good way to put yourself out there for businesses and stuff.
but like also with businesses and stuff, if you get enough ads, is it like you're losing your soul when it comes to social media?
How so?
In a way, like, okay, like you were bringing up, oh, it's every day. But like, if they keep doing that and all they become is like the home shopping network,
Yeah.
what are you following them? Are you following them for their actual content and what they originally did it for? Or are you following them because they're getting money out of it? Because it's like they're selling part of their social media soul to these ad networks. And like, I'm not going to rag on the ad networks and stuff. Like I said, I think it would be amazing to be sponsored. Never gonna happen to me, at least for years. It's gonna take me a long time to build up my social status. Anyways, but like looking back at it, you know, you're not gonna know when that time comes. The only people that are gonna know are the ones following you, and then the results may or may not show it because you don't know whether they're following you for the content or for the percentages off of items.
That's what got into, because again,
Kardashians.
my point, like, if I see them start posting ads like every day, like, oh, these weight loss gummies. Use my code for
I don't
10%
mind
off.
everyday ads as long as they haven't lost their soul and self.
Yeah.
You know, like, I understand that people gotta make money, and that's a really lucrative business nowadays. It's advertisements, especially on social media. If you have, though, you're sitting there and you're just like, buy this, buy it, use my code. And not, like, even talking about it or even using it, you know?
Yeah.
You're what are you doing? Exactly. You know, you gotta be able to use the product. You gotta be able to show the product in use, you know? Like, I follow some 4x4 stuff, and they get sponsored by certain companies and stuff like that. And, like, they're like, oh, hey, I just bought this, and look at this. And they absolutely beat the tar out of their vehicles. And that part, and they're just like, look at this, how well this part stood up. You know, I didn't think it would. Some people get paid to test these parts. It's different from just buy this. It's like, look at this. I used it. I approve of it. You know, and like certain companies are chill with that.
How well does it actually?
Yeah,
work?
it's like a trail test type of deal. It's like a test run, and like they get paid to do that, and like I'm all for that. I would love that.
Well, see,
personally.
That's different than like the Kardashians or some other famous
just
plastic
like, oh
girl.
my God,
Some
look
other-
at this, guys.
Exactly. Some other
Buy it.
famous plastic girl just going up being like, oh, here's my gummy that's gonna make you lose weight, 10% off. When you know they don't use it because they can afford plastic surgeons to get that tummy tuck.
Whoa, you're burning them alive. My
Because I
friend.
want money.
I do want money too.
Am I wrong though?
No, you're not wrong. I'm gonna be honest here, but like, you know what I'm saying though. Like, it's different. It's different. Those two things are completely different, and it shows.
Yeah.
You know.
It does show. But
He's
like,
playing the piano mighty aggressively out there.
but then again, it goes to like that directed audience. Like the Kardashians know that mainly girls follow them, so they're gonna post stuff like
Lipstick
the lip kits.
by the Kylie Jenner lip clip kit. It is,
Only $360.
and it's a mason jar and paint. Red paint. Joking. Is it a joke? Have you seen the Kylie Jenner lip challenge?
Yeah.
They stick their face in a jar.
True.
For those of you out there that got the joke, thank you very much. For those of you who didn't, just
Don't feel bad.
ask someone who does. Ask someone who does. It's funny if you think about it. Don't think too hard though.
That's another thing too, since you brought that up. All those stupid internet challenges.
Oh, don't get me started. Tide Pod
Cinnamon
challenge.
The Tide Pod.
Okay, the
the
cinnamon
Salt
challenge-
Ice challenge.
the
The
cin-
Eraser challenge. The Kylie Jenner challenge. I can go
The
on.
cinnamon challenge was funny.
It
The
was
Tide Pod challenge was dangerous.
No, that was just.
That was dumb and dangerous. Don't do it. Ever. Tide Pods are not delicious.
Oh, Adam got the counterpoint.
But it does clean your digestive system up.
Don't get me started on that. Not only does it clean the good bacteria, it cleans all bacteria.
If you didn't hear, Adam said it cleans your digestive system out.
If you don't want to do a nutrition drink, you should.
Don't eat Tide
Don't eat
Pods.
Tide
We
Pods.
don't advise it.
Don't
But yeah,
eat
like,
Tide Pods.
people have.
Stay away from them. That's why they lock them up in stores.
I feel like people are just very impressionable.
The
you
power
know?
of social media compels them.
They're very impressionable, so they do dumb things like that because they think it's
Yes,
funny.
they do.
It is funny, but it's not funny.
It is funny, but then again,
It's not.
it's not. You should not do that.
Don't eat Tide Pods. Don't try to swallow a bottle of cinnamon.
Don't eat or yeet Tide Pods. I mean, you know, they'll
Put
make
an ice
marks
cube on
on-
your hand and then put salt over it, so it just gives you burns.
Ooh,
Salt and ice challenge.
I don't.
The eraser challenge, where you take an eraser and just rub it on your skin until you lose a couple layers.
Why?
It's Wilkes-Barre area.
No!
We
Back in my school, we had the paper hornets. You'd take a
Okay, so-
rubber band and you'd fold up a piece of paper, and kids in our class would take a stapler and put a staple in it and shoot people with it.
Alright, so on that note, time for a break.
And we are back. Welcome back to Trending Topics, where I am the Mike King. I am the Mic
He
King.
has all 3 microphones right in front of his
Do not
face.
take the crown away from me. I am the Mic King.
I'm just here because I have to be. He's having fun being the Mic King.
I am the Mic King. And we are talking about social media.
The good and the bad.
And the indifference. And
How do you feel about it being the invasion of property?
property or privacy?
Privacy. I'm dyslexic and I
Ah,
read my notes wrong. I'm sorry.
that's okay. I understand.
It's invasion of privacy.
I do that when I'm typing sometimes. It is, but it's not.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie. The whole I'm thinking of an ad or I'm thinking of something and
That-
it comes up as an ad on Facebook.
that
That scares
is-
me.
That is an algorithm that is done by social media and stuff. It's what you click and what you like. It's like a special algorithm. It's not mind control. It's like I think it's like a special algorithm, and like if you're looking up.
It's because when you download an app and you allow access to everything, it allows access to your microphone. So here's what you're talking about. Boom. At least that's what I heard, and that could be false information like we're talking about.
I'm pretty
But,
sure it's
yeah.
faulty. I'm pretty sure I've heard before that it's like an algorithm about what you look up and what you type into Google. Like certain things like Google ads, it's what you look up on Google and what you
Yeah.
click on online and stuff like
Yeah,
that. It has
'cause
access to what you access online, your histories.
I've been looking for like a bathing suit for the past couple of weeks. So like the website I've been looking on, I saw it come up as an ad on Facebook and on Instagram.
I'm not ready for a bathing suit. My winter bod is not melted into my summer bod. Don't look at me that way, Adam. Hey, when you're in the winter, you bulk up, and when you're in the summer, you shrink.
Okay, but anyway, privacy.
Privacy. I feel that, like I said, I feel like it's as private as you make it. If that makes sense. So like it's like
It's like
what
one
are
of
you
those
what are
if
you
you
going
choose
to
not to post anything versus posting like, oh my god,
Yeah,
guys,
my
I'm
one-
having
my
dinner
one-
at Olive Garden tonight.
Exactly. My one friend he posts like maximum 2 posts a year. So like yeah, and like he does that and like I post half dozen or dozen to 2 dozen a year.
Yeah.
And like just because I like to post progress on my stuff, I'm proud of it. I post things that I'm mostly proud of.
I don't really post statuses. I just share whatever I like.
I do too. I share a lot.
I share more
I'm
than
talking
I
I'm talking
post.
about personal posts.
Yeah.
I
That's not
share
saying-
I share memes that are funny
I don't
to
post.
me. They're not funny to you. Well, that's too bad because it's not your Facebook account. Mom. No, I think my mom is supposed to fix that post.
Oh.
But anyways,
Just call that your mother like that. Whoa.
anyways,
But I feel like a lot of the like privacy things does correspond with the terms and agreements that nobody reads but agrees to.
yeah, I feel that. But like, also like I said, it's as personal as you make it. You can make it where you can post your deepest, darkest thoughts, and everyone's gonna look at them and go,
Like,
why? And then someone's gonna like post up, hey, I'm spending my time at the beach. And they're gonna be like, oh my god, they're at the beach? I wish I was at the beach. Or someone can go, they're at the beach. That means their house is empty. And like that's also the thing about it because there are certain robbers that have used social media to break into people's houses
I heard about
and
that.
steal their stuff.
I heard about that.
So like, just be careful about what you post. I always post vacation pictures after vacation, you know, like a smart person. But then again, you know, it all depends on what you do. It's all depends on the timing and what you want to be shown versus what is shown, or what you want to look at versus what is there. Because it's not just your privacy; it's everyone's privacy. Whoever has an account, they're looking at you. That is supposed to be a reflection of you and who you are, versus what you want to be. Some people online they post about what they want to be, and they don't really post about who they are. So somebody thinks that they're one thing when they're really another. Other people post about who they actually are, and people don't believe them.
So would you say it's like living a double life?
It could be. It's like picturing one thing and then seeing the reality of another. It's like a veil over someone's face. You know?
With the 2 minutes we have left of this segment, overall, social media, good thing or bad thing?
I think it just depends on who you're talking about it with. I think it depends on the situation. It's all situational.
I also agree with that. Depends on the situation. And how smartly you're using it.
I feel like it was intended for good things, but then it turned into something else.
Yeah.
It turned into this enormous two-faced monster that we know and somewhat put up with today. I'm not going to say love. Only certain people love that, and that's when they use it for good things. People who hate it use it, or people who hate it have had it used against them.
I feel like it's mainly, this is just my opinion, but I feel like it's mainly good for like promotional use.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah, and like posting private or posting personal
like what I
photos
do.
and stuff.
If I have a photo shoot, I post them. Hey.
Exactly.
And I'd be like,
and that's good to drum up business.
Yeah.
And like I use it to post stuff that I'm proud about. And you know, honestly, I just think it's neat because it's just like I am proud of this. I want to show other people.
Yeah.
And it's easier to reach out to 30 people on there that are just scrolling to scroll and like, oh my God, look at that, versus walking up to every single person and be like, hey, do you see the work I did on my motorcycle?
Yeah.
Look at that, I put a new fender on it. You know, and like, that's why I use it, because I'm proud of it. And like, some people don't, some people use it for the wrong thing, some people use it for the right. It all depends on the situation and the person.
Understandable. So, yeah.
Tell us what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe.
Basically, the debate, social media is good and bad. There's no denying it. Use it smartly.
Don't be a dummy.
Don't post your life story.
And you can take that to the market.
Don't start any drama on Facebook. It's not.
Drama is drama.
It just gets the cops involved.
Yeah. That's never a good thing.
Alright,
So,
well,
good luck. Be safe. Happy travels. Don't be a dummy when you're posting things. Make sure that you're smart.
remember, we're doing a double show tonight, so stay tuned for
Part 2.
part 2.
Thank you all for listening.